Today I'm going to talk about something which is very contrary to the popular belief. I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to suggest that you do this: work harder in your notice period than you would when you're actually working on the job. If you want to call me crazy, I get it. This is not a popular opinion, and you're probably thinking, Rahul, you've gone nuts, you've gone mad to even ask people to, take this decision, take this step. I get that. I get that. At least, as much as it hurts, I know the better reality of the Indian ecosystem. Uh, I'm not sure if I can comment about other countries. I'm not sure how that works. But I know what I've seen before is people start slacking, even the top performers. And believe me, organizations, managers, leaders like me, we are aware of this. And yet we do nothing about it. If you go to LinkedIn, you will always have posts like first day, where employees were talking how great their first day was, where company welcomed them, where companies go about, hey, you know what, this is why we started for the first 30 days. Nobody talks about the last 30 days. As much as I would like to put blame on the organizations, I'm not here to do that. I'm not scared to do that. If I want to, I can certainly do that. But the point is, I'm trying to talk here from the employee perspective. I'm an employee. You guys who are watching the video are employees. I'm guessing you always have been. I'm sure all of you have at least been in a situation one time or more where you are serving a notice and you realize that, nobody's gonna put me accountable, and I'm gonna do what I want. I'm not gonna work. I'm not gonna work to the best of my abilities. That's what people do. I'm gonna advise you to do the opposite. I'm gonna give you a few reasons why you should do this, despite your company's situation. Number one, you're still employed. Okay, you are being paid for your work. You're not being paid for you're not being paid to slack off or simply serve notice. If you're not of no use, tell your company, hey, relieve me early. I don't think so. I'm going to work. Be upfront about it. I think they're going to listen to you and relieve you early if that's the case. Saves both the parties, right? Saves you from lazing around, slacking off. So yeah, that's in the best interest of both the parties. Let's do that. Second, I believe you want to create a lasting impression. You want to leave a legacy. I don't know how hard you worked during your whole tenure. Even if you did not, this is the time to show that, just because I'm leaving, I'm not gonna slack off. I'm going to put all my heart and soul into my work, and I'm gonna put all my ideas, which is actually gonna be my next point. So yeah, this actually shows a lot of character. So if you are someone who will start slacking off the moment you parted ways, it kind of shows that you probably have a weak character. Things do not matter to you. Things only matter to you when you're probably being paid for it. And in this case, you're actually being paid for it. Number three, the network is small, and trust me, it's smaller than you think. If you're into sales development in India, I'm not saying this to boast. I'm just saying this to make you aware that I know a lot of leaders. If I'm reaching out to a company, there are high chances that I already know the leader. So even if you get selected, let's say with me or maybe other leaders, people will always take a reference check. And if you, let's say, were a top performer or not, doesn't matter. But if you did not, let's say, if you start slacking off in the last 30 days, did not work, did not care a damn about what companies, about the company's value, ethics, and all that, things are going to spread. And when other leaders will come to ask your leaders, chances are your leader might say a thing of bad or two. Usually leaders tend not to spread this, not to tend to talk ill about other employees, whosoever work with them, whatever the case may be. But you don't want to take chances. And I'm not just saying this to scare you. I'm just saying, also think it from this point of view. What if, let's say, you're working with me and you start slacking off, and let's say you go to another company and I join the same company someday later. Think about the awkward scenario we would have, right? You want to avoid that. Like I said, network is smaller than you think. Four, this is quite important. See, what I've seen, especially in the startups, is a lot of people are scared to put their ideas across. Sometimes they are afraid of being judged. This is the time to put all those ideas into action if you can. at least put the ideas which you think are probably the low-hanging fruit, which will really help the company and you, maybe help you, maybe will help you leave a legacy or an impression. Do it. This is the time you don't have to be scared or of being judged or being pestered by your manager. Say that, hey, you know what, these are the 5 ideas I had for a long time. I don't think so we ever had time. Now, when I'm not really working towards my target, can I put this into action? It could be something toward your process improvement. It could be something towards helping out with colleague. Because you were not able to help that colleague earlier because of your own responsibilities, but you think that you probably heard somebody's call and you believe you can actually help a lending hand. Go ahead. Five, and this could be true for a lot of companies. That, like I pointed out, sometimes you don't have work. Sometimes your responsibility in the last 30 days, or maybe whatever your notice period is, just to prepare like a handover document or probably train somebody else. This is the time when you can put your heart and soul into creating a handover document, training the other person to the best of your abilities. Training him or her like you were living the day. How do you live your day? What do you do? So if you're a top performer, I think you should definitely put your best ideas across so that the next person who takes over can replicate your performance. And think about it. This person will thank you for life. And when let's say leaders are looking at your handover document, and if they don't have to go through or probably call you after you're gone, most likely that doesn't happen. Like I said, you want to leave a legacy. It's totally up to you how you want to do your work. But I'm gonna still stick to this fact. Work harder than anybody else, especially during the notice period. Let me know if you have any other reason why you should or should not work hard. Either ways, let me know. Thank you.